Alright folks, welcome back to Country Club of Greenfield for the back nine of the 2021 Alexander Findlay, Massachusetts Hickory Open. Having a good time so far, but the course has proven to be a little difficult despite the shorter length. 5380 is what we're playing yardage-wise. Alexander Findlay designed the front nine in 1901, and the course was extended to 18 holes in 1931 by Ralph Barton. And just a reminder, I'm using my primary hickory set for this round, which include 2 replica woods from Louisville Golf, 5 authentic irons, and my trusty Tom Stewart RTJ putter. And for ball, I'm using a Wilson Staff Zip with a custom antique mesh pattern. Here's the scorecard for the back nine. Yardages have been adjusted from the scorecard to accommodate hickory clubs. Back nine starts with a drivable par 4, 283 yards.
Probably fill it all the way up the way I'm playing on the last hole. That's good, thank you.
And I definitely needed that to dull the senses after my rough front nine. Jim Pucci's going to lead things off for us here on the back and puts this one just a little bit right, but almost had the distance to bounce that up on the green. Meanwhile, the doers must have hit me pretty hard because I forgot to record my drive. But I put it off to the right, and picking up where I left off on the front nine basically. Just not striking the ball very well here. Now I'm finding myself in some pretty thick rough, and didn't put enough on that shot, so it came up short. There you see Jim's drive on the right, but unfortunately he shanked the chip into the bunker. I didn't do much better here with my chip. Definitely not what I was trying to do. Difference between Jim and I, though, is he is an expert sand save artist here, and look at that out. Didn't quite roll out as much as he wanted. Alan Johnson had a real nice putt there. I'll reintroduce everybody in my group here as we go. That was off the fringe. It would have been nice to drop that one. Back to the doers for a second. That's a good opportunity to thank the Hickory Golfers of Massachusetts for putting on a really fun event. They were great hosts. Country Club of Greenfield was great hosts as well. And it's just a really fun tournament to kick off the New England Hickory golf season. All right, so we move on to number 11, par 3, 156 yards. Got a bunker protecting the green on the right side. I was trying to go left, or stay left of that, but not quite that left. So using my jigger there, that's the Dysart Spalding jigger. And wasn't too unhappy with the contact, just the direction wasn't quite where I wanted to be. I found myself having to pitch over that mound using the Tom Stewart mashie niblick there. And that put me off the back of the green. So now chipping back up with the mashie niblick. And not too bad. Gotten a lot of practice with those shorter chips and starting to get more consistent with them too. So after all that, not too unhappy with the bogey. Number 12 is a par 4, 393 yards. Dick Walden, another member of our group here. A real nice tee shot here. He's got a low trajectory drive that runs out pretty well on a firm fairway. Alan Johnson also had a nice tee shot here. So everybody's done what they need to get in the fairway. And then there's me. I like keeping things interesting. I was going left on the front nine too. That didn't change on the back really either. And here I found the ball, but a flair for the dramatic. I guess I figured since I was recording it, better put some action in here too. Fortunately, that worked out pretty well. I was actually happy with that. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of practice with crazy saves like that. Just find myself in that position quite a bit. So here I was using the mashie. There's a hill that runs down into an area right in front of the green. This is kind of a tricky hole. So here you see that hill. I didn't quite catch enough of it to get the rollout I was hoping. So I've got an awkward stance here, downhill lie, and tendency to hit that fat on that kind of lie, and that's exactly what I did. This is a little more level lie, using the mashie niblick again. This was a really tricky shot here. Pins toward the front of the green. not a lot of green to work with there, and you've got a little creek running in front of the green, so you have no option but to try to fly it. So Mashie Niblick there put me on the back here, another uneven lie coming back down, and just didn't execute that how I had planned. I was just trying to get it onto the green and let the slope take it back toward the hole, and ended up putting a lot more on it than I needed to. So chipping back up to the green, using the Mashie on that chip. Hoping to right the ship here with this putt. There's another one that just sneaks past the hole. Moving on to 13, another short par 4, 280 yards. And it was starting to rain on us a little bit here. You can sort of see that in the camera. And I just can't figure out the Brassie right now. I'm just, I keep going left. That one actually hit off the heel. So I'm having a lot of trouble off the tee. Fortunately, my Tom Stewart Auto Hackbarth 2 iron is saving the day for me. It's one of my better shots of the entire round right there. Got me back into play. Set me up with this medium range Mashie shot. Misjudged that hill going into the green. I thought there was going to be a little more rollout than I got there. Came up just short. Pretty happy with that chip too. I've had a lot of those like that today. I was happy to see though that my putting woes weren't rubbing off on the rest of the group. Alan stepped up to his putt, which is about the same distance as mine. Dropped it in. Nice putt for Alan. Jim had some trouble with the putter on the front until he hit a long birdie on number 9. And then on the back 9, his putter was a lot more solid. That was a confident stroke there. And then Dick had a similar length putt as Jim. And there we go. So number 14 is a par 5, 460 yards. Railroad tracks on the left side are out of bounds there, and you got some trees on the right, so you kind of have a slender fairway to hit. Jim hit his right down the middle, showing us the way. I've still got that last tee shot in the back of my mind. Fortunately, I didn't hit it under the tracks, but got under it. I'm in the fairway though, so step in the right direction. I was hoping the Auto Hackbarth 2 iron could help me out again. I hit this a little fat. Didn't get the distance I was trying to. There's a hill that I was trying to get over.
Terrible.
So basically laying up to lay up here. And I didn't hit that straight. Found myself in the more difficult spot in front of the green here. Another green where you have to fly the shot in at least 70 yards up onto the green. And that wasn't too bad considering the lie, but just got hung up on the hill in front of the green. Here's a closer look at my Mashie. My favorite club in the bag by far. That chip wasn't too bad from where I was, but left me with a lengthy putt here. Just point out the scenery here. This is one of the more picturesque spots on the golf course. A little more elevated so you get to see the mountains and, of course, all the trees. Very pretty course. Back 9 really shows it off well. It's a good opportunity to mention Ralph Barton, who was the designer of the back 9 and stretched the course to 18 holes in 1931. Barton was from New Hampshire and did most of his golf architecture work in that state up until his death in 1941.
But there you go. Another par, holy
Nice par, Dick. Interesting thing about Barton was that he was a professor of mathematics at the University of Minnesota, where he met Seth Rayner when Rayner was there to design the university's course. And he went on to study golf architecture under Rayner and McDonald while they were making Yale University course. So in a roundabout way, there's a connection to McDonald and Rayner at Greenfield. All right, number 15 is a par 3, 92 yards. Short hole here. Dick's following up his par with a real nice tee shot. Most players were using Mashie Niblicks or Niblicks off the tee here. I was using my Mashie Niblick. I'm aiming just left of the pin where they told me the green behind the bunker would funnel the ball toward the hole. And that's exactly what it did. Pretty sure this is the best look at birdie I've ever had with Hickory clubs. So obviously I was looking forward to dropping this putt. But not looking forward to seeing that.
This course is not like this today.
It never likes me. I've told you that.
I know, but you won it one year, so.
Oh shit, I was asleep that year.
All right, number 16 is a par 4, 280 yards, another short one. On the left side is a hill that'll funnel the ball back toward the fairway if you end up on the hill. At least this time of year where the grass isn't too long. Fortunately, I stayed away from that. Found the left side of the fairway, just off the fairway. Jim using an iron here. He lost his a little left up on the hill, but it got a nice members kick back toward the fairway.
All right, member kick.
Alan, though, found the middle of the fairway, so at least one of us in the group got out there where they were supposed to be. And here you see my ball just in front of Jim's. Using the Mashie to try to run this up. Just ended up pushing it a little right.
Good play. Yeah, I'd rather be in the fairway, but that's all right.
So I've got this short chip off the green with the Mashie. Just ran it past the hole a little farther than I wanted. I was pretty happy with that putt.
There you go. Okay.
Very nice.
Oh, you sold very well.
So number 17 is a par 4, 361 yards. They actually moved the tee up for us for the tournament, but we're kind of in a no man's land where you couldn't see the fairway or the green from the tee box. And that didn't matter for me, though. I was going to go right no matter where I was standing, just based on the way that I was set up there. So I found myself in the adjacent fairway with a pretty good lie. But it didn't matter because I ended up worm burning that Mashie. Fortunately, it went across the road for me and gave me a look at the green finally. It's always a difficult shot to judge, where you should try to drop that. So ended up coming in hot, ran past the hole. It was an okay effort there. And another one where the hole just repelled my ball. So heading home, 18, par 4 is 317 yards. This hole felt longer to me. You'll see why in a second. Alan had a nice shot here. The fairway kind of runs in a valley in between two berms on either side, so you kind of have an opportunity to kind of feed it in there if you hit the slope. Dick had a nice shot there that ran into the fairway nicely. I've had the lefts all day for the most part, and now I end up having the rights. So another poor tee shot, just a bad day with the Brassie all around. So here I am off the fairway using the Tom Stewart Auto Hackbarth 2-iron again, and got great contact. I never saw the ball actually, so I wasn't sure where it ended up till I started walking to the fairway, but ended up finding it here on the left side. Gave me an opportunity to use a Mashie to run it up. Just got a bad bounce there, bad break toward that bunker. Here I'm using the jigger. This is what most people use a jigger for. Kind of a chipping situation where you've got a lot of green to work with, but I find the ball comes off pretty hot, and I usually like to have a lot of room. This one ended up okay. As I try to close out this round with another putt that just won't go in, I want to say thanks again to the Hickory Golfers of Massachusetts for putting on a great event, and for Country Club of Greenfield for hosting us. This really is a great way to kick off the Hickory season in New England, and I look forward to playing it again next year. I'm back in tournament action at the Florida Hickory Open at Sarah Bay Country Club, a Donald Ross design. Footage of that will be on the channel in a few weeks. In the meantime, check out my very first course vlog from 7 months ago at Metacomet Golf Club. And below that, my very first repair video on removing a club head. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.